Okay, just thought I'd do a quick video on these flutes that are in the side guards of the 96 Corvette. I love them, I think they're great. These flutes that are on the 96 model, they don't really, you can't really notice them all that much. Where I'll show you some examples of other flutes in the other cars, they paint them. So after looking at those examples, you see what I mean, but they just don't stand out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint around them. Some of you might be thinking, like, what the hell? How are you going to paint around them? Well, I'll show you. I've done the other side. I've prepared them and masked it up, so I'll show you what I've done. Okay, as you can see, I've masked up all around the area which I don't want to be painted. And as you can see, I'm going to paint all around there, and you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes and this sort of flared bit out here. So I'm going to paint them just a light metallic colour to match my mags. So I think by doing that, it won't look out of place. If I don't like it, I'll just get rid of the silver and I'll repaint it with the paint that I've got here. But I think it'll look great. What I've done to prepare this is wet rubbed it all down with the 1200. I'm going to prep sole it now, and I'm just going to dust on the lightest coat of silver, just enough to cover it. I'm not going to do no thick coverage because I don't want no thick edges around here. And then once it's on there, I'll peel off all the paint and then I'll put a coat of clear spray over the top, and it should look great. So we'll come back when that's all done. Okay, I'm back now with this piece that I've painted. As you can see, it's very subtle. You really can't see a lot of it here in the shade, but you can definitely see it. Finished it in a 2-pack clear. There's a little bit of dust and stuff, which I'll sand them all back and polish them back up and make it nice and smooth again, but I'll let it set for a couple of days before I do that. Doesn't look like much of a difference there in the shade, and the camera is really not bringing up the way it should look, but if I bring it out in the sun, you see exactly what I mean. Okay, there you go. Now you can see it more clearly, and from a distance, I'll just put it down over here and we stand back a bit. Now you can see it. Now it stands out. It's only subtle. Most people probably won't even notice it, but I think it looks pretty cool. And what I ended up doing was I sprayed that taped up area in silver. Then I pulled all the tape off it. And as you guys would have started to get used to me, I sort of changed my mind halfway through things, and I think it's for the better. The silver was nice. It was very bright. It would have stood out heaps, but I thought it just needed to be mellowed down a little bit. So what I did is got a bit of my green, the colour of the car, and I reduced it down to like about a 25% ratio, so it was really thin, so nearly see-through. And what I did is just got my gun and I just dusted it on. And I dusted about probably 2 light coats on there, maybe 3, and just to give it that greeny tinge look, and I think it come out pretty good. You can see with those close-ups there. It's a nice tip. Angled them all off at the sort of 10mm sort of area, so they're all consistent, all straight edged. Yeah, I think it looks alright. Yeah, I seem to like it. If I don't like it, pretty simple for me. I'll just paint it. I'll just roll it back and paint over top of it and paint it the same colour green. But to me, yeah, I really like it. Alright, see you. Okay, what I'm going to be doing here is, if you can just see on the angles, for example right there, there's bits of crap in the 2-pack paint because I haven't got a booth. I just sprayed these outside and I'm not worried about these bits because I'm just going to block them out. So not a lot, but more than what you would get in a spray booth, that's for sure. So what I'm going to do is, I might have explained in another video, but I've got a little door stopper. I use that as a finesse block. I'll put some sandpaper on it like this, use a bit of water, and then you see that where have we got a good piece? You see that there's a bit of crap right there. So I just give it a little bit of a rub. You see the impression it leaves. Now what you want to do, you want to, you don't want to push hard. You just want to let it glide over the top. That's all you want to do. You don't want to push down hard, because if you push down hard, all you're going to do is sand down everything around it. You want to try and knock the top off first. So that's why it's called a finesse block. You just want to lightly rub it. And if I just wipe it back now, you will see just a little bit there, just that little mark. If I just give that a little bit more of a rub, you can see now it's totally gone. So I'm going to do that with the rest of that guard. I've already finished the front guard off. I've done all those bits. Looks like there's heaps of marks on there, but it's all the sanding that I just did makes it look bigger. Because you've got to remember, when you do one little block, not the only one little spot there, but anyway. So after I've done this, that's 1500. You can use 1200 if you want on the bigger pieces, which I did occasionally. But yeah, 1500 on the little ones. And then what I'm going to use now is I'm going to use some microfine sandpaper, which is like a 2000, 3000, and I'm just going to sand down the whole panel now, and I'll come back when that's done. But when you sand it down, try not to get into really all these corner areas. You don't want to really touch all them. It makes it a bit harder to polish, so try to avoid getting in there. So stay away from your corners, watch your edges, don't run your sandpaper along the edge because you don't want to cut through it. Just want to rub all the flat areas down. So yeah, just be careful around the edges. Alright. Okay, I've denibbed all those little bits of stuff out, and I've sanded it all back down with ultra fine sandpaper. You can see that in between all those fins, you could call them, I didn't sand them back, just left the polish because it's too hard to get the little buffs down there. You can buy some, and I have got them, but there's no need to do it. So yeah, the whole thing, sanded it all back, it's all flat. And yeah, this is the other one, it's identical. It's the way I've sanded it. That should look really nice when I've finished it. And put them back on the car, it'll look beautiful. So there you go, that's what the new flutes look like. They've been fully polished now, cleaned up, and there's a little bit of sun on there at the moment, but yeah, I'm sure you can see what I mean now. It stands out. I'll show you the other side. This is on the right hand side. And as you can see, just stand back a bit. You can see it's just mellow, but it just sort of highlights it a little bit. And as you get closer, you can see it even better. But when the sun comes out, it is out at the moment, you can see right here, but it's just not facing in the right directions. You'll get a better idea how good it looks. Looks great. Anyway, that's a wrap. Really pleased with the way they come up. Cheers. Thanks for watching.